shine through.
Do not adjust your screens. Don't adjust your phones. Don't adjust your iPads. Don't. However you are watching us right now, continue to watch us because yes, we are back. This is a pop-up show, but don't be surprised by Thursday nights. Going forward, we want to be here before the Thursday night games. And guess what? Football is back as we are back. This is the All Sports Matters podcast. I am your host, Amir Shiraz, aka Poppy Ortiz 02. I'm not alone, though. I'm not alone. Not only do I have y'all out there in social media world, I have my brother in here with us, Mr. JB. Jimmy, what's going on?
What's up? We back, baby. We in the building. Let's get it.
We are back now. We had to take a sabbatical. Life be lifing, as you know, JB likes to say.
It do be life.
But it wouldn't be the All Sports Matters show if we waited till after football has started at the very least. Yes, I get it. We are smack dab in the middle of Olympic season. In spite of the horrendous ceremony leading up to the Olympics, we're still watching. We're still following. We're real because here, all sports matters. And regardless of what opinions you may or may not have, we just want to talk about sports.
Yeah, so, that's all we talk about.
That's all we really care about. So all opinions to the side. Crack open a beer, sit back. Let's talk some sports. JB, what do you want to talk about?
Well, we know the Olympics is happening. We see them folks over there in Paris doing their thing. The gymnastic team over there showing they complete and utter behinds over there, just dominating. I sat there and watched. It is expected. I sat there and watched Katie Ledecky yesterday. That was just childish what she did. I was sitting there watching it with just. I was like, look, they need to pull everybody else out of the pool. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
It was crazy. Like the day before that, Marchand from France. We want to make sure we acknowledge everybody.
Right.
He won his by a whole length, and then Katie Ledecky said, "Hold my beer. I'm going to win by a length and a half."
I'm gonna win it by the pool. I'm gonna win it by the pool, just straight the entire pool. And let's talk about was it Germany? They sent a guy to shooting. He didn't have on no ear protection. Yeah. He just had on some glasses. He really did hold my beer because he was out there with it.
There's so much that's gone wrong in the Olympics, like a lot. Like these people, it felt like the episode of the Game of Thrones last week where the guy got on the dragon, but you know he didn't. It wasn't on his resume to ride on that dragon, but he still got the job.
He was like, "How am I here? What's going on right now?"
It's kind of equivalent to that. So it's like France spent $1 billion cleaning up the Rhine River for those people to do the triathlon. And rumor has it they came out with like 3 eyes. Like they were mutated still in that ocean.
That river was crazy. Was it the Rhine, the Seine? I don't know how to say that.
The Rhine, the same one of them rivers.
I don't know. I know surfing
$1 billion to clean it up.
Surfing not even in Paris. It's in it's somewhere else. It's on the island somewhere.
Well, yeah, the triathlon it was not. But what I thought was really cool was the beach volleyball, that man-made beach volleyball. It's right dope. At the feet of the Eiffel Tower. Like that view is amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
We're talking about the Eiffel Tower. We're not talking about the ladies of women's
Right.
volleyball.
Right.
We're talking about the Eiffel Tower.
The
Like,
Eiffel Tower.
It's amazing. A lot of early. Well, the tennis is going to finish up this weekend. The United States has not fared well. Coco Gauff went and lost in the second round.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And then lost in the doubles in the third round. But on the men's side, Djokovic took like a year off, and all of a sudden shows up in the Olympics, and he's in the semifinal.
Yeah.
It's like, if you got it, you got it.
What just happened?
You went off screen. I don't literally.
All right, we having some glitches.
we are expecting the chef to pop up, just like we popped up on our show this week.
You know, we popping up on y'all because y'all thought it was over. Y'all thought we wasn't coming back.
No, we back. We back. We had to take a break. Just like sports do take a break, but it's all year round. The trade deadline, MLB just passed before we touch down on football. MLB trade deadline, and why every year feel like the Dodgers just pick up everybody?
Well, because they kind of do. And I'm here for it, but they do it, and then when it comes time for postseason, they do nothing with it. So does it really matter?
They just traded for a guy that quite possibly has a broken back. But
right. For the future.
I would just
plan ahead.
Yeah, but I don't think they have just when we think they don't have the money, the Dodgers always end up having the money.
Just comes out of nowhere. So who do you think won the trade deadline, and who you think lost the trade deadline?
Lost the trade deadline? Hell. I'm gonna say the Braves.
Ooh.
The reason, and I'm not trying to say for hateful purposes. Everybody knows not necessarily a fan of the Braves, but last time I checked, they're still in the wild card position, right?
They are.
Last time I checked, the wild card still makes the playoffs, right? Last time I checked, yes, your team is hurt, but the message you're sending the guys is, hey, we're gonna be okay, but you're not, because the Mets just passed them. Well, it was only for a day, but they passed them, temporarily.
Right.
The Diamondbacks, the Padres, all loaded up. The Phillies loaded up. They're way ahead. The Cardinals loaded up. They're division leaders, which means the Brewers or the Cardinals going to be one or the other going to be wild card. I'm saying all that to say is teams are still loading up to make a run, and the Braves decided to do a high school reunion and saying, let's get Soler and Luke Jackson back, because they helped us win the World Series a couple of years ago when Luke Jackson did absolutely nothing in those playoffs.
Single thing. Not a single thing.
Nothing. Now, Soler did help. He did. And by him having that big run, gave him that big contract, which Atlanta decided not to match, but then trade for Soler 2 years later and still end up paying Soler when they could have paid him from the beginning. Again, I'm not the GM. I'm just a regular fan.
Right.
But the math ain't mathing. That's all I'm saying.
It's not mathing. And so what's your take on the new power rankings? The updated
Phillies
power rankings that came out today.
Yeah, Phillies is by far the best team. And the Orioles did a lot to stay on top. So I think by far those are the two top teams. I think what's going to hurt the Baltimore Orioles is going to be experience. They just lost their starting second baseman. That's why they brought up Jackson Holliday for the second time. Happened to hit a grand slam the first game back the second time around. Hopefully he sticks around. We don't wish him bad, but who else? Cleveland Indians, not the Indians. Sorry, Cleveland Guardians. Still Indians to me.
Hey, they what, number 5 in the power rankings right now?
They were the best team in the American League before the All-Star break. People don't ever talk about them.
Right.
And all they did was get the best hitter out of the Nationals, Lane Thomas, to play center field for them. So they got better.
They are still the best team in the American League. They are still up 2 games on the Orioles. So, and the Phillies are up 2 games on the Dodgers, so or 2.5 games on the Dodgers.
Yeah, the run I expect. The Dodgers are the Dodgers' worst enemy when it comes to the postseason. They're not going to slip by no means.
No.
I think they got Clayton Kershaw back, but I think Clayton Kershaw's days are behind him. He just pitched yesterday, and for the first time, he didn't strike out a batter. First time ever in his 20-year career, he didn't strike out a batter pitching. So if that doesn't tell you a sign to
give it up. And like you said, it's been 20 years. So, and this is his first game this season, just about?
It was the second game. He pitched 4 innings. Yeah, he pitched 4 innings right after the All-Star, and then yesterday was
because he had his kids on his cleats and everything. Yeah, so it's one of those things.
I think he knows his time is up as well.
Yeah, but he still got to shake off whatever rust that he has, and see what's going on. Big fella, welcome to the show. You muted. I don't know if you gonna start talking, but you are muted, so don't start talking until after that.
I didn't want none of that background to get in here.
Yeah,
you're fine. Good to be back.
He jumped in here right when we was talking about his beloved Braves, the Braves.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. They can still do damage. They're just not formidable. Nobody's scared to play them.
No,
you know,
at all. No.
Like before with Acuna and Ozzy Albies, Spencer Strider. You know, that was a big blow to the start rotation. You know, with those guys, you already knew game 1 went to the Braves. You know, now it's like, ain't nobody scared to play the Braves.
Right.
Oh, it hurts. It really hurts. Shake my little cheeks. It's all good though. It happens.
And you know, Amir, the way this season is boiling down, and we all kind of saw it happening somewhat this way. You know, it's a marathon in the MLB. So you know, these teams start out hot, and then you get to the middle of the season, and you know, injuries happen. Teams start tapering off. The teams that you didn't believe was going to be there stop being there. So it's a marathon, and the Braves can still almost turn it around, but they have that wild card spot. So let's see if they go use it and do something with it the way they should.
Well, this is what I was saying about the National League, and there's a couple of teams that I didn't mention that we should be mentioning. We talking about the Pittsburgh Pirates. Quite possibly had the best pitcher in the league in Paul Skeens. Rookie, and holy crap, you seen that boy pitch? His stuff is almost unhittable. And when he loses, it's 1-0 games. It's 2-1 games. You know, it reminds me of Randy Johnson.
Yeah,
he's a right-handed Randy Johnson the way he pitches, and he's just a rookie. So what the Pirates did, they went on and traded for people. They picked up Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. They picked up Brian De La Cruz from Miami. So they didn't sell this year. They bought. So that's another reason why Atlanta Braves should be kind of worried. They falter here come August, September time, which is, you know, pennant races.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened, but you know, them gremlins are trying to steal our show.
I'm here. My mic disconnected for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. I can hear myself though.
Reverb.
But you good?
Baby.
All right, we good. What you was talking about, Amirs?
No, I was saying that the Braves should be worried about not even getting a wild card spot, even though they're good. Their team is still good enough to make the playoffs. I'm just saying other teams got better, you know. So that's going to be interesting. Where the American League is kind of Yankees, Orioles, Guardians, and then the fight is out west. As far as Houston Astros has made a comeback and took over the West, and the Mariners stocked up. So let's see how they do. But that's about it, you know. You can kind of cap it to 4 or 5 teams in the American League, where the National League, you know, you're talking about Phillies, Braves, Mets, Cardinals, Brewers, Dodgers, Padres, Diamondbacks. All those teams are still vying for playoff spots, and throwing the Pirates in there. They're still just a couple games behind.
Yeah, that's a tight little race coming down to the wire, man. I like it.
Well, it's exciting, just like we watched. Even though we kind of knew who's going to make the playoffs in basketball, we just didn't know what order they was going to come in at. More teams staying active or staying in the race towards the end makes for good TV.
Yep. That, sir, it does. So, it's gonna be one of those things. I'm all here for it. Now, you talked about the NBA, right? And we see what's going on with the NBA and the rights deal, the TV deal, and all that stuff with TNT. I saw today that that TNT might keep it. They matched the offer, right? So it's up to the NBA now.
No, they matched the offer, but the NBA said no, thank you. We're moving
on.
We're
moving on because they want that. They're playing the long game.
They only matched which is crazy. They only matched not the TV contract. They matched the Amazon one.
The Amazon
that had the game of the week.
Right.
So they didn't match. They would have matched the big contract, which means they get it all like they always did. Then NBA would be like, all right, sure, you keep it because you paid the full price for it. But TNT just wanted the game of the week.
Now here's the question: Do we bring in inside the NBA? Do we take it from TNT, or does TNT have? Do they have legal rights to it, and so you can't get it?
Well, it was brought from NBC, so
and I know
it was there before TNT had the show. Brian Gumbel ran that show before. Ernie Johnson did.
That's true.
So it can be ran. I think the issue is O'Neal, Barkley, Kenny Smith. These guys, their contracts say Discovery, Warner Brothers, which means it's not on HBO Max. We can't do it.
Right.
So the show is over, but they're still under contract. So they got to do something.
Right. So at this point, do you buy out those contracts? Because I mean, people are watching it to see the foolishness. They watching to see Shaq trip over the computer while he's trying to race Kenny to the screen. They waiting. They watching to see Shaq go over there and slap Charles in the head. All this other stuff. So
I'm gonna go reverse and ask you this question. Remember when WWE bought out WCW and those guys were staying at home, still getting paid?
Yep. I do remember that.
Those guys still have the option to do so.
They do.
Stay at home and get paid, and then just run their own YouTube channels and get paid social. Which this is a social media led world that we live in, and that's why the NBA decided to stick with the Amazon contract. So now
it makes sense.
YouTube having their own cable network now, so everything's gonna be social media. Everything.
Yeah.
And that's why That's why Warner Brothers Discovery did not get the contract.
Yeah, because that's why I was saying NBA is playing the long game. They see the big picture and what the future is holding and the money they could get. So they're playing that long game. Charles Barkley mentioned that him and the team are fielding offers from everywhere. So it's not impossible that they could, get their contracts bought out. Even though Barkley has already announced this will be his last, season with them, he's still, trying to make sure that they are set up for success. So it's gonna be interesting.
I'm here for it all. Let's go.
Yeah, no. So these contracts don't take place until next year, not this coming season. So you're absolutely right, Chef. Where we still have inside the NBA for one last season. I think they'll will have a send off. With those guys, and
as they should. They deserve it.
I think they're retired. I think they're retired unless ESPN wants to bring Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal along.
Yeah.
because Stephen
And
A.
they-
Smith is close to those guys. So unless
And-
you know anything to get Kendrick Perkins off of TV, I'm for.
Oh my God,
Lord,
get him
yes,
off,
Lord.
get him off. But
Yes,
and they've earned it. They've earned these contracts. They definitely have earned these contracts. And speaking of contracts, Amir, speaking of contracts, we're talking about all sports, and y'all saw what happened. We resetting the market with a player who has started one season with Mr. Jordan Love getting broke off. So what do y'all think? And we talked about this this week. Where y'all think it goes from here? Because I mean, you got people waiting in the wings because Tua got his, and literally right after Tua got his, here we go with Jordan Love. It was like Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Because as soon as I ain't wait 20 minutes and I'm coming with it.
Yeah, nah. Chef, you want to start off?
I'm gonna say this, and I know this may not be popular right now, but honestly, I think it might have been a smart move to get his contract out the way early, because next year, after the TV rights deal come out, that's when the money's gonna get real silly.
Yeah.
And so right now it looks like, why are you guys doing that? But if you don't do it right now and you wait until the new TV deal comes in, Jordan Love is about to make stupid money.
About to go crazy. He is definitely about to go crazy. The Gremlins are still taking over. We gonna figure out what's happening.
We are being attacked.
We are definitely being attacked.
I'm gonna do what I did to get the attack happening in my way.
It's still happening. It's still happening. I don't know what's going on, but you are still not with us. So we can hear Mr. Barry White, but we can't see you. But it's all good because you just keep talking and we gonna get you back right. Another contract that happened, and this happened today. Was it today? The Tristan Wirfs, he got paid. Reset the O-line market, and that's what's showing why, because y'all hit me right after it happened with the Silverback out there, big Will out there in San Francisco, because he holding out saying he wants some more money, and I get it. He has no more guaranteed money on his contract. So
5 years, 140.63 million.
So what happens now with Trent Williams? Because you'll be a fool to not give him the money that he asking for, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure right now, and Fleck, you're absolutely right. He's messaging in the chat. Market value is the key there.
Right.
In Santa Clara, that whole organization has been in peril this whole off season.
It's every off season for them. Every off season, they key free agent. They always wait until 2 weeks into.
That's what happens when you draft right.
Right.
That's what happens when you draft these superstars, or they turn out to be superstars. You draft right. John Lynch drafts right, and the issue is you just can't pay everybody. Same issue where Dallas is having right now. Who does not get paid? Because not everybody will get paid. Will that become a free agent after this season? Will Ayuk become a free agent after this season? Debo. Not everybody getting paid. That's what I'm saying. Because obviously the priority has to be Trent Williams.
The problem I have with Dallas is Dallas does it to them. They shoot themselves in the foot every year. They wait until the last minute, and then next thing you know, you have a huge mound of star players that you have to figure out who you gonna pay, and Jerry don't want to pay them. They shoot themselves in the foot.
One thing I found amusing when it comes to Dallas. I've read reports out of Dallas earlier, right after the draft, saying they were all in on Trey Lance taking over next season, not this coming season, next season. And then the who's the backup there? The redhead.
Andy Dalton?
No, the other one.
The Red Rocket?
That's Andy Dalton.
No, the other one. The
one
that
one. I don't know.
Either way, the one that's been a backup for like the last 4 years. He's outplayed him, but they don't want him either. I forgot the freaking dude's name. Where's our statistician at?
If only our statistician will come his ass to work.
No, not Danucci. That's statistician. That's what he came up with. DiNucci. No,
DiNucci.
not Rob DiNucci. Dab Nabbit. I forgot the kid's name. Either way.
Did you just say Dab Nabbit?
Dag Nabbit. I like it. He said it. I appreciated it. That was a good segue in there. I like it. You threw it out there.
Either way,
I'm all for it.
Trey Lance is obviously not the future. That's the 49ers already made that mistake once.
Yeah.
So
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, that guy.
Cooper Rush. That is his name. There you go. I wish they would.
That guy.
I wish they would.
Let us get it.
He's outplayed Trey Lance to be the backup.
Oh yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah. It's Trey Lance.
He's a redhead. Cooper Rush is a redhead.
He is.
He is.
Are they really? Do they really already have Ezekiel Elliott plugged in to be the starting running back?
Yes.
I mean, who else?
They don't have anybody.
I know.
They got Deuce Vaughn. Who's the other one?
Deuce Vaughn is the fourth string. Deuce Vaughn is the fourth string. He not even backup.
Turn Deuce loose.
Man, y'all better put Brandon Cooks back there. Let him do something. I don't know what to tell y'all.
I'm just not sold on the Cowboys. Their offensive line got weaker.
They did.
Now, don't get me wrong. They're going to have a top 5 defense. By all means. And they're going to need it to be in these games. Their schedule is rough this year.
Their schedule is insane.
But they just got to hope that Dak is still all in. And this is a free agent year for him. So
yeah, I was about to say Dak's going to go all the way out. So
is either that or he's going to be the first $6 million quarterback.
I mean, he's going to be that anyway, I think. So bottom line is Dak is going to play all out because he wants a new contract. So whether it's in Dallas or wherever, Dak is going to play out of his mind. The only problem is you're depending on Zeke. I don't want to wear a whole T-shirt, Elliott, to get the running game together. I don't know how that's going to play out for you. And that's another issue I have. Jerry Jones knew, and I'm saying this happily right now, he knew Derrick Henry wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys. He lives in Dallas. He lives literally I think it said 10 minutes from the stadium. He waited for them to call him. They never reached out to him. I was never so happy in my entire life to hear that, because all that meant was he was coming to Baltimore and we was good. But if Jerry Jones would have got off his whole tail and reached out to Derrick Henry, they would have probably had one of the most lethal offenses in the NFL.
He still ain't got no offensive line. What he gonna do? Well, he is an offensive line by itself, so.
I mean, the offensive line is depleted, but it's not to the point where Derrick Henry couldn't function.
I mean, it's Derrick Henry, so
it's still the king. But
he go run over everybody.
That goes back to what we were talking about, though.
When it came to Derrick Henry, was the one time where Jerry Jones assumed what he thought the contract was going to be, and then Henry turns around and signs a 2-year, $10 million.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, he wasn't worried about the money. He trying to go somewhere where he want to play and where he just want to be
anywhere but Tennessee.
Right.
Yeah.
Much like everybody.
Speaking of Tennessee, DeAndre Hopkins hurt yet again.
I told y'all that was gonna happen, but the statistician, they won't believe me. Oh, he ain't gonna be hurt. Then he go try to throw my folks back at me. I'm just telling you what it is, man. Don't get mad at me.
He really is long in the tooth. So,
I know.
Sad to hear it happen to him, but
I don't know what's going on over there in Tennessee. But picking up
everybody
Tyler Boyd though makes it a huge deal now. Getting Tyler Boyd, Calvin Ridley.
Hey,
they did their homework on the offseason, knowing
that's a good pickup, though.
DeAndre Hopkins gonna get hurt again.
I mean, they knew it. They saw it they saw it coming in the water. And speaking of injuries, I'm hearing rumblings out of New York that they don't believe that Aaron Rodgers is fully healed from his ACL injury, which I don't think he had an ACL injury. Didn't he have a Achilles? Yeah, so they're not thinking that he fully healed from all of that.
Well,
it's been stuff all through training camp and everything else with him hobbling and kind of sitting off on the side and and getting rubbed down by one of the little dudes on with the Jets team.
It could easily be old age.
You're
We're expecting a 40-year-old man
it's definitely
to not be active for a whole year, to get off the couch and start throwing footballs. Only one old man can do that. His name is Joe Flacco. Outside of that, no old man can just get off the couch.
Yeah, it's definitely a mix of both. I just hate it for him because his first game about to be complete hell in the first game of the season. I'm gonna need him to be very safe and careful.
I'm just hoping he lasts longer than 75 seconds.
Bingo, that part. But he's got other issues because right now, Garrett Wilson is not too pleased with him in the first place. Because he's had to have a couple of sideline conversations with Mr. A.A. Ron, and it did not look very, very friendly at all. And that goes to show that, missing training camps and this and that and the third, while you gallivanting across the world, it has an underlying effect. And hopefully they can resolve whatever issues they have going on. But
honestly though, if your quarterback is very openly saying that he wants another wide receiver to come in here to take your place, would you be very happy with that?
But would it be taking his place or adding to the offense? Because I will be honest with you, if he brings in Mr. Davante Adams, Garrett Wilson will be basically unstoppable because he's not going to be lining up with the number 1 corner. He'll be lining up against the number 2 corner.
But if you're the Raiders and you decide to trade Davante Adams, are you going to do it for anything less than Mr. Wilson?
You're going to have to give me at least 2 to 3 first.
What I'm not understanding is knowing that Davante Adams won out, knowing Netflix just released a whole season of Davante Adams cursing out his quarterback and his organization. Other than Max Crosby.
Old James Garoppolo.
Other than Max Crosby, he hated being there. Other than Max Crosby. But why wouldn't you trade him, send him to San Francisco and get Brandon Ayuk? And why wouldn't you if you're the Raiders?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Why wouldn't you if you're the 49ers?
If I were any team trying to win right now, I'd be beating the door down to try to get to John Lynch and talk to him about Brandon Ayuk.
Well, 49ers got a numbers problem, so I can see his contract may not align up to what the 49ers are doing. But
they have the money to pay him this year. This is what they do every year. They wait until the second, third week in training camp to sign the player that is that year's free agent to need a big contract, and then they sign them. They offer them the money that they're looking for because they freed up enough cap space. And I think another thing they're going to do, they are going to sign Trent Williams before they sign Brandon Ayuk, but they're going to do that to give him more guaranteed money. But they're also going to clear up some more cap space this year to kind of add to the pot in order to kind of sweeten the deal for Ayuk.
Well, I'm pretty sure they don't have a problem with the cap this year. That's not what they're looking at. This year is not what they're worried about. They're talking about down the road when Debo needs to be signed. When Brock Purdy is no longer under his rookie contract, he's going to be the name that's going to be brought up next year.
You got next year. You got Brock Purdy, you got Debo, and I believe you got Dre Greenlaw, and then you got coming right behind them. You got Kittle, you got Nick Bosa, you got Fred Warner coming right behind them. So you got people that you got to pay either way it go.
Yep.
So
basically, it's going to be a problem.
Just start printing your own money. They just need to be like baseball, man. Just do it.
Football has a hard cap. So that's one thing that the owners, and you have to, because I'm pretty sure Jerry will sign everybody for a $50 million contract because he makes the most off the books than everybody else does on the books.
Well, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but let's bring Taylor back in for some more games because we need some more of that money.
Who?
Taylor.
She was the reason why the salary cap was able to get increased. I'm just being real. We need to increase some more. Travis Kelce, do your thing.
No,
get on your job.
God, please
The,
don't.
the salary cap went up this year by $10 million. That's a lot.
Right, because they had more eyes on the game.
I'm just saying, how much more do you want?
I don't know. I want it all.
Well, obviously you can't have it all because you didn't win a Super Bowl yet.
You know,
Boys too.
when I don't understand this unmitigated violence that's coming from Giants fans. That's just not necessary at all, sir. That wasn't even necessary. That wasn't called for. That's like Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom. That's uncalled for.
I know.
That series of events that happened. Hell,
I approve.
if I'm Disney, I would still bring in Kang and Jonathan Majors and just have him killed off by Robert Downey Jr. in the movie.
I mean,
like he killed them off, why not kill him on screen?
That's hilarious.
You got to do something. And I fully believe that their plan is to either recast him or wait until some of the heat died down around Jonathan Majors and bring Kang back.
No, they said he's going to be a part of the Doomsday, just have a small role. So they're going to bring him back. This is going to be a very small role.
Yeah, they're going to do.
And I won't be surprised if he did get killed off by Dr. Doom.
Yeah, it makes sense. Either way, we got completely off sports. Let's talk about Paris.
Yeah.
Is there anything that has surprised y'all so far with these Olympics besides, they're having surfing and wait, before we even get into that, what is happening? Why are we sending these randos over there for 3-on-3? Why we didn't get the big three involved? Why we didn't get the other people who didn't get called from the NBA to get on this 3-on-3 team? Why we got random people that used to play in intramural back in the military?
You're gonna get the church league action and you're gonna be happy about it. That's what I'm telling you. Be a little piece of this church league.
I'm just trying to figure out why the hell Jason Kelsey is on ESPN right now with a damn beret or bonnet or whatever the hell on.
Because he is Jason Kelsey and he is a treasure.
He is a national treasure for real.
No, but actually,
he got on his Lucha Libre mask.
It's been a good Paris games, I want to say. It's just been a little bit weird on some spectrums of it. Like you mentioned surfing. Did you know that the surfing Olympics is taking place right now in Hawaii, not in Paris?
It's not in Hawaii. It's in the French. What is it? The French, like the Haitian,
French Guyana.
Yeah, somewhere over there. Is in one of those islands. It's an island that's a part of France. But yeah, it's taking place over there. Did you know? And I don't know why Rob don't still have his cardboard, because he could be at the Olympics right now. Because breaking is an Olympic sport.
No, don't do that.
You could be over there breakdancing, turbo and ozone on them.
The way my body is set up, no, I'm good. I'm not
First of all, break down like Jimmer Fredette did today.
Hey,
man, listen. If I get down there trying to do that, sir, you might as well go on here and get an ambulance and a forklift. I'm not getting back up, sir.
Also, our statistician said it's a contractual deal why we can't send the NBA over for the 3-on-3. Still, us three in Fleck makes 4 could have went over there and did better than that. We could definitely beat the Puerto Rico team.
I'm gonna gracefully bow out of this one. Amir, you can take my space. I'm good.
Not the way you made me come out of retirement with your crazy voice in Hawaii, but we ain't gonna talk about that.
We were in our 30s and 20s.
I would play 3-on-3 just like Will Ferrell played Jackie Moon. I'm just gonna pass it back. Give it back. Pass it back.
It is, yeah.
Do it. That's the way you do it,
baby. Yeah.
You gotta get the Jackie Moon in, but I can guarantee you we can beat Puerto Rico. I don't know what's happening over there.
3-on-3 team. I didn't see one.
Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
They barely have enough people for their regular team.
No, not at all. They had to get those guys from New Orleans Pelicans.
He Puerto Rican. He Puerto Rico.
He ain't playing like one.
I mean, he leading the team, ain't he?
Maybe he is. That's probably the problem.
He leading the team. They don't have no Carlos Arroyo and all them other guys no more, man.
We need Jose Juan Barea from Dallas Mavericks.
Jose.
You got to bring them all in.
Jose.
Jose.
I love
Look,
it.
I'm all for it. We got football tonight, gentlemen. I know we've been
Yes,
bouncing
sir.
sport. Hall of Fame weekend, as we like
Football
to call it. We got some legends enshrined in the Hall of Fame this weekend.
52, baby.
So that should be interesting as well. Just got a report. I know we had a comment saying, "Can we talk some Seahawks?" And I'm just going to say that Geno Smith has been out for a few days with knee and hip issues. So that's about as Seahawky as we're going to get.
I'm contractually obligated to never talk about the Seahawks.
Who?
I'm contractually obligated to never talk about the Seahawks.
You said
well, that literally just came up as we got on the air. Look, I think we're gonna get less and less starters playing preseason games. Even when they already went down from 4 to 3, we all know that week 3 of the preseason is when your starting offense and defense plays, so they can play together at least one time.
Right.
I think that's going to go away as well.
I'm sure, because they still adding more regular season games in on the back end. And they're talking about going to another game, like doing 18 or something.
Well, 18 makes sense. I don't understand why 17. I don't like anything odd, if I'm being honest. And 17 is odd in itself. Like, who plays 17 games? Like, I didn't understand. Like, the NHL, we'll give NHL some talk here. They play 81 games, where the NBA plays 82. It's like, why not play one more to round it off? Like, at least be 500.
And they figured with taking away a preseason game and adding that game, it'll give them the same amount of games, but you still extend the season because you start a week later anyway. So I don't get it.
I'm for 18 games, and I'm also for teams getting 2 buys. So in other words, you're getting 20 weeks of regular season NFL football. Obviously, more is better. And we don't mean Flectron. We just talk about more football is better than nothing. So I'm for it. I'm all for it. Let's go with it. Heck, eliminate the preseason games. They already eliminated people getting cut. They don't get cut to the last week anyway. So just let them figure out who's going to play week 1.
True.
No regular season players play at this point. They haven't played the last couple seasons.
Nope.
So
right. Yeah. And they're about to bring flag football to the Olympics. So are they going to have the NFL doing that, or is it going to be like the 3-on-3 thing?
No, the NFL, there's nothing against the contract. Say it can't go right now because it's brand new. But there will be a new CBA coming out, if not next season. It probably will be next summer. And a lot of things have been brought up. The Olympics has been brought up. Capping the quarterback has been brought up. In other words, they can't get more than whatever they decide to set.
When they're talking about doing an entirely separate salary cap for quarterbacks, so every team will have 2 salary caps?
No, can't do that. But they're talking about capping the quarterback, I think, at 50. No more than 50. So which means every starting quarterback in the NFL minus Daniel Jones deserves 50.
I mean, it's some quarterbacks that's getting over that now, so you go take money from them?
It'll be in effect of whatever date they decide to do,
But that'd be trash, though, because if I'm a quarterback and I'm already getting 55 a year, my next contract is not going to be less than that.
No, and it will be, but it'll be more guaranteed. So that's how you do that. You still play for your $50 million, and then everybody will get Deshaun Watson $220 guaranteed at least.
That make a little bit of sense. Now, I'll tell you this though, as far as the Olympics and the flag football, one for sure way to do it is in a way to make the Pro Bowl more competitive. Whichever team wins the Pro Bowl, that's the team that's going to the Olympics.
Well, we don't know what the rules is. We don't know if it's going to be 7-on-7,
right?
5-on-5. Is right. Can the offensive lineman touch? You know what I'm saying? We play intramural flag
Right.
football, where everybody's a wide receiver. So imagine Tyreek Hill hiking the ball and just running down the field. We don't know what the rules are.
Right,
know,
but
so-
you can still use that as a basis
As an
and say,
incentive.
okay, well, the AFC won, so the AFC is the team that's going. So we'll pick. This where we picking our team from is gonna be the AFC team. So if it's
which
everybody's
is
receivers
fine,
and
but we're not
everything,
gonna
then
talk about
good.
this for another 4 years.
Right.
So,
So
what are the next? What are you gonna do for the next 3 Pro Bowls?
means nothing, I guess. You get some type of advantage. The winner gets some type of advantage or something. I don't know. It's not a perfect plan. It's just something that started to happen.
And then everybody wants to be in the first ever Olympic, but it's gonna be the United States in 4 years. So they don't get to travel. It's like, hey, I guess I'm gonna wake up off this couch and go play, flag football this morning.
Can you imagine though, a Patrick Mahomes? I have all these Super Bowl championships and a gold medal. Tom Brady don't have that. Now you got Tom Brady coming out of retirement because he want to win an Olympic gold medal.
Now I don't know if y'all remember. Obviously, we have NFL Blitz, but NFL Street came out.
I remember.
Yeah, greatest game ever.
Oh yeah, I think that's how they're gonna start playing that. Everybody gonna play NFL Street and just start throwing behind their backs. Mahomes pretty much doing it now anyway.
He do it, yeah. So this is gonna be ridiculous.
It's definitely gonna be interesting. Looking forward to that. We had a little bit of controversy before we get out of here, and I don't know if we wanted to talk about that female/male boxer.
Oh, the one who failed the sexual orientation test. Like, how you do that? Like, did you not know, or were you just trying to sneak it past people? Like, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know about that one, but the one of the Algerian boxer who was born with an XY chromosome.
Right.
Oh,
At birth, she was assigned female at birth. She has female parts from birth. This was a medical issue. Well, her growing up, she looked like a man.
Mm-hmm.
So she decided to box. And today, she punched the Italian girl in the mouth, and the girl just quit.
Yeah.
41 seconds into the fight.
Like, nah, I felt it. I didn't want it. She was hitting too hard. I felt it. So, I mean,
that's what the girl said. She never got hit that hard in her life.
Yeah,
so,
it was ridiculous.
You don't respect me. I'm gonna show you. Hit you so hard, I'm gonna make you pass out.
When did they take off the face mask in boxing? They used to be covered up. It wasn't about the knockout power. It was more about the technicality of the boxer.
Right.
But now they're like, nope, take the mask off, get hit.
Yeah, now it's about knockout power. That's what everybody is about now. It's everything has changed. It's not like it was when we was coming up and when we was watching stuff. It ain't about the golden gloves no more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of knockout power, this weekend, Terrence Crawford is fighting in LA. Bud Crawford is fighting in another unknown, but that's a pretty good card. So I'm trying to get the name here who he's fighting. It's Crawford Madrimov. Never heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Mama say.
Here's what I find hilarious, though. The kid is 10-0 with 7 KOs and fighting for the title against the best in the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Why?
make that make sense. Make that make sense.
Why?
Yeah. Best question ever. Why?
That 10-0-1 should be fighting Jake Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because these fights he's putting on, they're travesties.
Yeah.
They're bamboozling. They're robbing people of their money.
Pretty much.
Ain't robbing me. If I watch it, I'm watching it for free.
I ain't even watching it.
You notice the first word I said, if.
Yeah. If
I don't even see.
I watch them all.
I don't even
them
see
all.
clips.
But
Yeah, I'm not
what do you
good at
do? Like what? I don't know. I'm gonna watch it. Just like I'm gonna watch some SummerSlam. What's this about? SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
This
Slam.
Saturday.
Speaking of Jake Paul, I really feel like his brother Logan is gonna lose that United States title to Mr. L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul is tired of showing up once a month.
I'm about to say, does he have anything coming up major in the near future? Because if so, he's gonna relinquish the belt and slide off into the sunset injury.
He ain't gonna do that.
He's signed on to next WrestleMania. His contract, he's still gonna be around to next WrestleMania.
He's been holding the belt hostage for all this time. No, I do believe Gunther wins the Intercontinental Championship. I believe that happens.
Gunther's not fighting for the Intercontinental Championship.
No, he's not.
But he's fighting.
He's fighting for the We're fighting for the IC.
That'll be Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. That's what I meant. Braun Breaker.
At some point, they're gonna have to let him go ahead and get it.
I think he'll get it from Sammy. I think he'll go ahead and take it.
Yeah, I think Braun Rechsteiner wins the title.
Yeah, it'll be ridiculous.
You think Roman comes back this week?
I do believe Roman comes back. He was supposed to come back at the last one, but his pops had just passed. R.I.P. By the way. So I think he comes back.
He comes back on SummerSlam, not SmackDown.
Yeah, I think it'll be Saturday, not.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. SummerSlam.
Yeah, no. Solo had a little quote there, like next week I'll be standing in the middle of the ring, and Roman, you know, saying Roman won't be there, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I do think Roman comes back at SummerSlam, but I also think The Rock comes back, and that's what sets up the Civil War and everything else. And Jacob Fatu's brother is gonna come and be on Roman's side.
Zilla,
yeah. It's gonna be Roman, Zilla, and the Usos.
I think it's both of them.
They're not doing much with Jay anymore. That's kind of
and the reason why they're not doing much with Jay is because this whole Civil War thing is happening. So he's gonna have to at some point be back on SmackDown to kind of help fight all that stuff. So that's why they haven't really given him a solo title, which he definitely deserves a run with one of those belts.
Yeah. Nope. We got football on tonight, gentlemen. Chef, what you got for us?
So, before we go ahead and log out, I want to say thank you guys for hanging tough with us. I know we took a nice little hiatus, but, knowing that we were going to come back, we're just glad to see everybody log back in with us and be here. But taking a page from you, Amir, who are the top 4? Who have the top most home runs before August in baseball history?
Ooh, before
baseball history?
Yes.
Oh, that's Bonds, Aaron, Pujols, and A-Rod.
Before August?
No.
He said before August.
Before August.
Before August. Oh, I didn't hear that part. I thought I killed it. I was like, I got this one.
No. Missed all of them.
Every one of them.
For August? Yeah, I
want to say King Griffey Jr.
One is active right now.
Mookie Betts.
Nope.
Shohei Ohtani.
Nope.
Before August. You got me.
Three of them are from the Yankees. 3 of them are from the Yankees.
3 are for the Yankees?
3 of them are from the Yankees.
Aaron Judge, who's on steroids.
That's one.
Oh, what his name is? Stanton?
Nope. Big Bambino?
Oh, Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth?
Really? You said A-Rod, but that's not him.
Aaron Judge is on it twice. Aaron Judge has 39 in 2024. He has 42 in 2022. And Babe Ruth had 41 in 1928.
He was definitely on steroids.
The fourth one, in fact, they're all Yankees. My bad, because I forgot this name, Roger Maris.
Yeah, that's when he hit 61 in 1961.
Yep, and he had 40.
But he
before.
never got more than 40 any other season. So I think he probably invented steroids that year.
That might have been the year. That might have been the
That was
year.
the year. He was like, you gave that to a horse and it made him run faster? Let me see this.
Yeah, everybody talk about it. Roger Maris never hit more than 40 any other year, except for the 1 year he hit 61.
Which is why it's so crazy that that Mr. Big Head Barry Bonds didn't think that nobody was gonna pick up on the fact that he was juicing. Like, dude, come on, man.
I mean, he just went about it the inadvertent way and used something that they wasn't probably looking for at the time. You know, a little deer antler spray under the tongue. You know what I mean? HGH.
He just wasn't as obvious as Mark McGwire doing an interview with a can of steroids right behind him like this.
Right.
It was lockup.
He was advertising for it. Yeah. Barry Bonds was just, he just thought he was gonna spring up on everybody, but like, sir, you didn't hit more than 35 home runs the last 5 years. Now all of a sudden you at 74. All right, come on.
Well, no, really gave
away. He was in a 40-40 club a bunch of times.
Yeah, but he also started blowing up muscle wise. Like he got exponentially huge.
His head got amazingly strong paws.
Yeah. After 2001, when he moved from Pittsburgh to San Fran, that's when it happened.
He got enormous.
He got out there with them Hollywood, them California pharmaceutical reps.
That's when it happened. He used the clear and the cream.
Cream, baby.
Cream of the crop.
The game is on. I just saw the first kickoff. It was kind of weird, but
I hate that kickoff. I hate that kickoff. We didn't talk about it because we hated it. It's a dumb rule, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the new onside kick rules either. Is it legal before the fourth quarter?
All the players' backs were turned until they kicked it off. That's weird.
I hate so much about this, what they're doing, but it don't matter. Maybe you got something before we go
out? Mike Trout out. He went from indefinitely to out for the year.
MLB Mr. Glass, baby.
Yeah, we knew that was happening. Well wishes to Freddie Freeman, who took some time off. His son has been hospitalized over the last week. No details has came out yet, but for the first time in Freddie Freeman's career, obviously family first. He's stepping off the field to take care of family. So well wishes to Freddie Freeman.
Well wishes. Get well soon, young man. Get well soon. Well,
what cartoon did his name get featured in?
Freddie Freeman?
Yeah.
What?
Charlie Brown had a player on a baseball team named Fast Freddie Freeman from Fremont.
Ain't that about nothing?
Well, we know that's a lot. Freddie Freeman is not fast.
Them daggum peanuts, boy. I tell you, boy.
Classic, baby. Before they turn.
Well, like we always say, some people like football, basketball, and baseball, while others like hockey, soccer, and NASCAR. Sometimes the Olympics. But right here, all sports matter.
Peace.
Peace out.